Over 1 billion pounds of canned tuna sold in America every year. 5 out of 6 albacore brands tested high for arsenic in 2025. The 3 biggest tuna brands got hit with federal criminal charges. Stick around, you'll never buy canned tuna the same way again. You're at Walmart or Kroger. You grab a can of tuna. It's cheap, high in protein, and seems like a healthy, clean choice. What's inside that can is way more complicated than you ever thought. Heavy metals, federal price fixing, and a botulism recall still active in 2026. Nobody told you this, and that omission is exactly the scam. Today we break down 3 problems with the canned tuna industry. Problem 1. The arsenic and mercury nobody warned you about. ConsumerLab tested 22 canned fish products in June 2025 for contaminants. 5 of 6 albacore brands exceeded 100 micrograms of arsenic per serving. Arsenic is a documented carcinogen sitting inside your everyday protein source. 2 of those albacore products also tested dangerously high for mercury. Mercury is a neurotoxin. It damages your brain and nervous system. For pregnant women in Houston, Chicago, or Phoenix, that's a real risk. A fetus's developing brain is especially vulnerable to mercury exposure early on. Consumer Reports tested 10 products across 5 popular tuna brands: Bumblebee, Starkist, Safe Catch, Wild Planet, Chicken of the Sea. 6 of 10 tuna varieties were flagged for restricted weekly intake. Starkist Select's no-salt added albacore tested dangerously high for mercury. Consumer Reports, not the FDA, said skip that product entirely. Here's the kicker. Mercury spikes from one can to the very next. 2 cans of the same brand can have wildly different mercury levels. You have no way to know if your specific can is safe. You can't cook mercury out. Heat just doesn't remove it at all. Once mercury is inside fish tissue, it stays there permanently, full stop. Bigger tuna species pile up far more mercury across the food chain. Albacore is large. That's exactly why chunk white carries the higher risk. Skipjack, used in most chunk light products, consistently tests much lower. Now, BPA is another contaminant hiding in that same can you grabbed. BPA is a chemical lining found inside many metal food cans today. In 2025, Target was sued over BPA in Good & Gather tuna. Filed under Prop 65, California's strictest consumer safety warning law. BPA links to hormonal disruption. Prop 65 requires a consumer warning label. 1 can of tuna can expose you to arsenic, mercury, and BPA. 3 contamination concerns inside 1 supposedly healthy protein source. That's wild. Sodium also stacks up in canned tuna faster than most people realize. A brine-packed can has 250 to 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. American Heart Association caps daily sodium at 2,300 milligrams for most adults. Watching blood pressure in New Orleans or Philadelphia, sodium stacks up fast. Water-packed tuna is always the lower sodium, lower calorie call over oil-packed. Drop a comment. What city or state are you watching from today? We're building a regional seafood safety follow-up broken down by U.S. market. From Miami to Seattle to New York, your location genuinely matters here. Different cities stock different brands. That directly affects your actual exposure. Now, problem 2 involves federal criminal charges, and it gets way worse. 3 brands control 80% of the entire U.S. canned tuna market. Starkist, Bumblebee, and Chicken of the Sea conspired to fix prices. Executives called, texted, and met at hotels to coordinate the scheme secretly. They used private emails to stay under the radar of federal investigators. The scheme collapsed when Chicken of the Sea tried buying Bumblebee. DOJ launched an antitrust review, and the price-fixing conspiracy came out. Chicken of the Sea flipped and cooperated fully with federal investigators immediately. Bumblebee pleaded guilty in 2017 and paid a $25 million criminal fine. Starkist pleaded guilty and got the maximum statutory criminal fine, $100 million. A federal judge confirmed it was a direct conspiracy against American consumers. Bumblebee CEO Leshevsky, jury found him guilty in just 30 minutes. He got 40 months in federal prison for orchestrating the entire scheme. Washington state showed residents were overcharged by at least $6 million total. LA, Dallas, Atlanta, Denver, everyone paid inflated tuna prices for years. By 2024, civil settlements alone topped $200 million, plus criminal fines. Bumblebee couldn't survive and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2019. A brand your grandma trusted for decades went broke because of fraud. And none of these three brands are even American-owned companies anymore. StarKist has been owned by South Korean conglomerate Dongwon since 2008. Chicken of the Sea is owned by Thai Union Group in Thailand. Foreign-owned companies price gouging American families, and nobody said a word. That's not mismanagement. That's not an accident. That's a straight-up scam. Problem 3 didn't end in 2025. It's still unfolding as we speak. February 2025. A major tuna recall hit stores across 24 states. Tri-Union recalled Genova, Van Camp's, H-E-B, and Trader Joe's branded cans. Cause: a defect in the easy-open pull-tab lid on certain cans. That defect could break the seal, letting botulism bacteria inside the product. Botulism attacks your nervous system and can be fatal without immediate treatment. It causes muscle paralysis, breathing failure, and in serious cases, death. Affected cans at Costco, Florida and Georgia, Kroger, Walmart, and Publix stores. Harris Teeter, Safeway, and H-E-B across the Southeast and Southwest also included. Trader Joe's shoppers in Illinois, New York, Ohio, Michigan also affected. And it didn't stop there. The problem extended well into January 2026. FDA announced a distributor accidentally reshipped quarantined recalled product back out. Meijer, Giant Foods, Safeway, and Vaughn stores all received the recalled tuna. Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Maryland, Virginia, and California all got hit. FDA said clearly, skip these cans, even if they look completely normal. Botulism toxin is odorless, colorless, tasteless. Your senses cannot detect it. A normal-looking can could still put you in the ICU, no joke. Got Genova or Van Camp's at home? Check those can codes now. FDA's recall page has exact UPC numbers and best buy dates listed there. Let's zoom out. 3 problems pointing to one bigger systemic failure. The tuna industry sold itself as America's clean and affordable everyday protein. School lunches, dorm rooms, gym meal preps, tuna was everywhere, by design. That reputation was built while the industry hid data and fixed prices. Portland, Minneapolis, Charlotte, Tampa, every shopper got played the exact same way. Selling healthy while hiding the full picture, that's the plain industry scam. Here's the practical side, what you actually do with this information now. Step 1. Swap from albacore to skipjack-based light tuna going forward. Skipjack is smaller, lower on the food chain, and lower in mercury. Step 2. Safe Catch tests every individual fish for mercury before canning. Wild Planet uses pole and line fishing with full public transparency about sourcing. Step 3. FDA recommends 2 to 3 fish servings per week. For albacore, Consumer Report says cap it at just 5 ounces weekly. For pregnant women and young kids, the recommended limit is even tighter. Pediatricians in Boston, San Francisco, and Seattle have flagged this for years. The American Academy of Pediatrics warns about mercury in high tuna children's diets. Sustainability ties in too, another layer of the same industry problem here. Overfishing is a documented concern in global skipjack and yellowfin tuna fisheries. Pole and line brands produce significantly less accidental bycatch than large net operations. Bycatch means dolphins, sea turtles, and other species caught unintentionally in nets. Wild Planet publishes their full fishing and sustainability data publicly. That's rare. Environmental groups in Oregon, Maine, and Alaska have flagged this for years. Here's the 5-point label check before buying any can of tuna again. 1. Look for skipjack or light tuna in the species description. Albacore or chunk white on the label means higher mercury exposure, period. 2. Look for pole and line caught or troll caught on labels. Those methods mean less bycatch and generally lower contamination in the fish. 3. Check sodium on the nutrition facts panel before buying any can. Over 300 milligrams per serving is high. Go no salt added instead. 4. Skip pull-tab cans until the 2025 seal defect resolves. Can opener cans with a solid double seam are the safer choice now. 5. SafeCatch prints individual fish mercury test results on the label. No other major brand matches that level of per-fish mercury transparency today. Real talk, tuna isn't the villain here. The industry practices are. A healthy adult eating light tuna twice a week carries manageable risk. A pregnant woman in her first trimester faces a very different risk. The big three never gave you that nuance, and that was intentional. Quick recap. 3 problems, all backed by hard, independently documented data. Recap 1. Arsenic and mercury in albacore is lab-tested and documented. Recap 2. Starkist and Bumblebee ran a criminal price-fixing conspiracy. Recap 3. The 2025 botulism recall is still causing problems into 2026. Contaminated product, criminal fraud, dangerous recall. That's the textbook industry scam. System failed consumers on all 3 fronts. Now you have the facts. Before you go, drop a comment and let us hear from you. What food category do you want us to investigate and expose next? Olive oil, deli meats, protein powders, canned soups. Drop it below. Bottled water, baby food, energy drinks, peanut butter. We want to know. Your city and food concern below shapes our very next video. We read every comment. Your input drives what this channel investigates next. Big shout out to viewers in New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix. Big love to Nashville, Salt Lake City, and the whole Raleigh-Durham area. To everyone in smaller cities where quality brand options are more limited, you deserve the same honest info as any Whole Foods shopper anywhere. Equal access to data-backed reporting. That's what this channel is built on. These aren't huge changes. Smarter label choices take the exact same effort. One swap from albacore to skipjack genuinely lowers your risk over time. Swapping to SafeCatch or Wild Planet is a straight-up legit upgrade. If this opened your eyes, share it with a tuna-eating friend today. Your mom in Cleveland, your roommate in Austin, your buddy in Denver. They deserve to know what is in that can before opening it. Subscribe. New videos every week on what's really inside American grocery products. No brand deals, no sponsorships, no sugarcoating, just straight consumer reporting. We follow the data and tell you what the peer-reviewed research says. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll catch you in the next one.